Yes, guys, what's going on? Welcome to Full Time Devils. I am Adam Mckola. Manchester United have lost against FC Astana 2-1 out there in the Astana arena in Kazakhstan. You're probably thinking, Adam, what are you doing live on this stream? Wow, I'm at home watching the game. We will have some fan reaction coming up for you from Manchester and, of course, from Kazakhstan as well. So make sure you're keeping it locked to the channel for that. But right now, we are reacting live to that score. United losing in Kazakhstan doesn't sound like a great headline, does it? It doesn't sound like the kind of thing you want to be hearing. But United have done that. And I think it has to be read in context. It has to be read in context. You have to apply context to this, given the fact that Manchester United today played their youngest ever side in any European competition. The youngest ever side. We had 7 debutants today, 6 debutants from the academy, 1 other one including Lee Grant, and of course the likes of Tahith Chong, Angel Gomez, and Mason Greenwood also played for Manchester United. James Garner as well, who have already made their debuts. So there was plenty of debuts for Manchester United today. It was a really youthful side, and the first half was pretty good, but then it all fell apart from there for Manchester United, and we went from one split second going from possibly being 2-0 up to being 1-1, possibly being 2-0 up to being 1-1, and it was an absolute open goal sitter that Tahith Chong missed to put Manchester United 2-0 up. He's going to be reliving that all night, all week. He won't be able to sleep tonight. He's going to keep repeating that over and over in his head. He gets his head over the ball, he keeps it down, and it's United 2-0, and we've got the 3 points wrapped up. But he didn't. He leant back. He didn't get great connection with it. In fact, he probably got too good a connection with it. You're thinking it's probably more difficult to miss that chance than score that chance, but he skies it, hits it over, and his form for the first team hasn't been great, and he's been getting a lot of criticism on Twitter now. I think a lot of it is over the top. This is a young boy, remember. I've seen Ronaldo do that similar thing, by the way, for Manchester United. Absolutely sky a shot over the bar from an open goal. But Tahith Chong really did need that goal. He really did. United would have went 2-0 up, possibly would have went 3-4-0. When he has played this season, he's had clear effort, commitment, a willingness and an intent to attack and try and beat a man. But he doesn't seem to know where he's going or like what the idea is. He's not painting the picture before it's, do you know what I mean, in his head before he's trying to do something, and it all seems to be off the cuff. Now that's good sometimes, but he's not physically strong enough either. So when he's trying these things and you got defenders and fullbacks that are stronger than him coming in, getting knocked off the ball, he hasn't looked great, and that goal really would have probably settled him down and given him a big confidence booster. Instead, possibly gone the opposite way with him, and it was a real disappointing miss, because not only did then United concede a goal straight down the other end, but you know, we didn't get the win, and we didn't stay on top. If AZ win today, they go on top. We play AZ Alkmaar in the final game of the group stages, and playing AZ Alkmaar for top spot is important, because you've obviously got the likes of these Champions League teams and stuff coming in. So I don't think it was a mistake to play the youngsters today, but it would have been nice to have got a result, or at least got a draw, and that was the big opportunity, because Astana in the second half, they came out the better side. They had a lot of possession. They looked pretty good. They were creating chances, and then we have that chance, hit them on the break, 2-0 up, we get the 3 points. Instead it's 1-1. The momentum fully swung to Astana. United couldn't regain momentum in the game. We had a few opportunities in the second half. Gomez bringing a good save from a free kick. Mason Greenwood, who was then set up by Angel Gomez, who come alive probably in the last 15-20 minutes. But it wasn't good enough to get the result in the end, and we didn't get the goal to get at least a point. Now we already know we're already through, but obviously still disappointed. But I think we've got to calm down a little bit. All of this, you know, for the people that say Ollie out anyway, using this as evidence that is totally wrong. Today we went there with a team, our youngest ever. The only first team players are Lingard and Luke Shaw, who have been on the fringes this season. And Luke Shaw, by the way, was awful today, I thought. I don't think he was great. Defensively, he had 2, 3, 4 lapses in concentration. Going forward, he wasn't good enough. And I think Brandon Williams, whilst he's made mistakes and whilst he hasn't been perfect, is possibly showing why he should be starting. Now, we had a super chat sticker thingy of Zayn Mayassi sending in $4.99 and laughing, which I'm not sure what he's laughing at. If he's laughing at United, then it's not great, but thank you for the super chat. Anyway, get your super chats and your super stickers and your comments in as well. I'll try and read as many comments as I can out, but of course, if it's a super chat, it's so big, I can't miss it. I will read it out. Like we've got Same 182 saying, get Levitt in the senior squad. Yasin saying, Luke Shaw is a bench warmer. We've got a few Ollie outs in the comments, and I've got to say it's baffling on a light night tonight. Save it for another day. Are you really? Are you serious? Are you seriously doing this tonight? So 6 academy players make their debuts, and the rest of the players that played, when you think of Axel, Angel, Tahith, Mason Greenwood, academy players. Even the old Todger in the team, Jesse Lingard's from the academy, and Jesse Lingard had a good first half. Second half, not so good. First half, he gets the goal, he's looking threatening, had a few opportunities, was linking things up well. I think the team kind of, as a whole, first half, had a good first half. Should have been 1-0, 2-0, going in at the break comfortable. Didn't take our chances. Second half, Astana must have got a rocket, come back out, ready to go, raring to go, get that equaliser when it should have been 2-0 to Manchester United. The momentum swings, it goes back in their favour. I don't think we deserve to lose today at all. I really don't think we deserve to lose today. But I think it was a tough lesson for these boys. A real tough lesson for some of these lads. That, you know, you have to take your chances in the first team. Players playing against Manchester United, whether it's Astana or Arsenal, whether it's Rochdale or Real Madrid, they're always going to be up for it. They're always going to want to beat Manchester United. And these lot, yeah, even more so. A Kazakhstani side beating Manchester United. No disrespect to the country, but do you know how big that is for them and their country and their people? That's massive. Whatever the name on the team sheet was. So it's a lesson to them that you have to be stepping up every single time, every single game, and bring that consistency. I also think we have to look at the fact that there were some positives today. Jesse Lingard, his overall performance was, you know, probably a 6 out of 10. But he gets a goal. Now he's got that off his back. Hopefully we can see some more natural performances from him in the first team. But from the younger lads that played, Dylan Levitt, James Garner in the central midfield, I thought for the first half, and probably from when we went behind 2-1, I thought they were really good. Dylan Levitt get booked, which is probably typical. He loves a challenge. James Garner in there, I thought he did well as well today. Ethan Laird for me was the man of the match. For Manchester United, you'll probably have a man of the match that's from Astana, given they won the game. But for me, Ethan Laird was the man of the match today. I thought he was pretty good going forward. He did a lot defensively. He was making sure that he was getting in his tackles and making sure he was competing and challenging for the ball at every time, whether it was aerial duel or on the floor. But it was a lot better from Ethan Laird today. I like watching that. Him at right back as well. Could that be competition for Aaron Wan-Bissaka? We're looking, you know, you got Luke Shaw, who's being challenged by Brandon Williams. Now, I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka is probably one of those players that has, you know, his spot is probably his in that right back position. But I think Ethan Laird has shown his potential as well today. Mason Greenwood should have had a goal, but it was a quiet game from him. Angel Gomez come alive in the last 15-20 minutes. Someone else mentioned in the comments that he was also covering for Luke Shaw a lot. I thought Angel Gomez had a good game today. Tahith Chong, he was lively, missed that chance, didn't really do enough when he had the ball at his feet. An average performance from him again. I think he could do with a loan move. I'm not one of these that's going to write him off. I've seen some people replying to some of the full-time Devils tweets saying, you know, he should get him out of the club. Like, calm down. He's 19 years old. Last year, you were probably screaming for him to be given an opportunity. He gets given an opportunity. He doesn't perform well. Fair enough. You can say that. You can criticise performances without being malicious or stupid or over the top. He hasn't had a great performance. he hasn't really performed well for the first team as we have seen him do for the under-23s. And players develop at different rates. Mason Greenwood hasn't had great performances, but he's been scoring goals. Got 4 goals this season for United. Angel Gomez looks a little bit more influential when he does play, you know. But Taif, maybe he needs a loan move. Look at how well it did for Axel Tuanzebe. Went out on loan to the Championship, to Aston Villa, got regular football, looks much better for it. And he was someone that I didn't think did too badly today either, in the defence alongside Deshaun Bernard, who played okay as well. So I think there was a lot of 6 out of 10s from the youngsters, a lot of them. I think Robbie Savage in the commentary was saying we didn't take enough risks, we didn't go for it enough. And I've got to say I tend to agree with him there. I felt like we didn't go for it enough. We didn't, you know, really take as many risks as we would have liked. And we didn't create enough for those going forward. But I thought there were some decent performances there. Sean Wright says Deshaun Bernard was unlucky with the OG. OG, how do you think he did with that? So like I just said, I thought they both did okay today. Jay says Tuanzebe is such a great player. I tend to agree with you there as well. He's looking like a real talent, and someone that I believe can challenge Victor Lindelof for that position alongside Harry Maguire. Can we get like in this video, please, guys, whether you're watching it live or you're watching it back after we have been live, as thousands of you do. Please get hitting that like button. We've got 41 likes right now. I'm sure we can hit at least 200. It's a disappointing 2-1 defeat for Manchester United today, but fingers crossed these young boys can bounce back when they get given another opportunity. We obviously got Colchester in the Capital One Cup as well. Now I'm not expecting it to see a similar lineup. Mason Greenwood will be given a chance then. You'd expect maybe Angel Gomez too. James Garner, Dylan Levitt, I think they've said they deserve an opportunity possibly in that game. Ethan Laird shown that, you know, if Aaron Wan-Bissaka gets injured, maybe we can use him at right back. Lee Grant, I thought, you know, look, he's a 36-year-old man making his debut for Manchester United. He's never really played at this level. His first European game. He's our third choice goalkeeper. I'm not going to criticise him, but with what he had to do today, he didn't do great with, did he? I know the mistake from Deshaun Bernard, or the ball just clattering him in his chest/face and going in. But you could argue, should he have had that near post covered a little bit more? But yeah, apart from that, I don't think there were many problems at all. It's just a shame they didn't take the chance to get that second or third goal, get the second goal in the first half, and move on from there. So it's a little bit frustrating, a little bit annoying, but I think overall there were more positives than negatives today. What's going on here? Why can I hear myself talking?
Yeah.
Let me just.
Apart from that, I don't think there were many problems.
Sorry about that, guys. As you see, my phone just decided to unmute itself. Yeah, like I said, get hitting the like button, get your comments in as well. Where is Fosu Mensah, says Jay Jennings. Timothy Fosu Mensah, Eric Bailly just coming back from injury. I know Eric Bailly is not a youngster, but those are the two players that have just returned to first team training, coming back from injury. Should hopefully be available for selection very soon. Chang going to Juventus. Have they actually watched him play? Probably, mate. In the under-23s, you'll see that the Juventus are pretty shrewd in signing up players on free transfers and allowing them to develop there. Chang's got a lot of talent. You need a little bit of luck as well. You need a little bit of things to go your way. But I do think, you know, a lot of people are writing him off far too soon. And whether he goes on to have a career at United or at Juventus or elsewhere, there's still possible that he has a good career. Of course, he might not either. That's the risk with these younger players. And I think all of the players at Manchester United, they have talent. They all have talent. That is for sure. It's how they take their chance, adapt to the mental pressures that come with it, the physical adaptations to men's football. They've got to adapt to all those different things. Prefer the youth to the full squad midfield, says Duke of Cuke, with a shout out to James Garner and Dylan Levitt today, who did well. Ross says Chong missed the sitter, it's a shame, but overall I expected much more from him. I think that's a fair point. I'd take this loss as a trade-off for a fresh team against Aston Villa and a great experience for the youngsters, says Charlie. Totally agree with you. When you look at the players that we've been able to rest today, David De Gea didn't play, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Brandon Williams. That's our full back four plus our goalkeeper. Then we've got in the midfield, potentially Scott McTominay could be returning against Aston Villa. That was the initial report 2 weeks ago. Then you've got Fred, didn't travel. Andres Pereira, Juan Mata, whoever you want to play in the number 10 position, didn't travel. Anthony Martial, Marcus Rashford, Daniel James, all didn't travel. They've all had the opportunity to be rested and to be fresh for the game at the weekend, and then that midweek game against Tottenham as well. Zayn Mayasi says, and he's sent in a super chat, so thank you very much for that. Says, Adam, who is worse, Unai Emery or Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? I think when you look at their whole careers, obviously Unai Emery's won a number of trophies and won the Europa League a number of times, etc. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has won 3 Elite Series out in Norway. He's won 3 titles there. Obviously got Cardiff relegated. Done a decent job with Manchester United. I think what you've got to ask would be, would Ole do better with Arsenal's team? And I genuinely don't know. I don't think that's great for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to be saying I don't know if he's better than Unai Emery, because Unai Emery isn't looking great right now. But I don't actually know what Unai Emery's trying to do. At least with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I kind of do. Good move to rest players for Aston Villa, says Welsh legend. Zoe Lane says Chong had many chances, but he was awful in all those games. Miad says, would you get Poch in right now, or would you even want him? Look, if I was to get Mauricio Pochettino at Manchester United, I want him to be rested up and fresh anyway. Look, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I don't know whether he's the man or not. He's probably not. Possibly out of his depth. But what he's doing is actually half decent in terms of what he's doing with the squad, shifting players out, shifting players through, giving young players opportunities. And I believe he'll build a foundation for the next manager. So with that being said, if Poch wasn't to take a job and was still available next summer, I'd wait and give Ole time and let's just see how it goes. Because it's not a guarantee that Poch would be a success either. And whilst we're here and we've given this manager a chance, at least let's see what happens. But like I say with Ole, I've always thought he'd been thrown in at the deep end. I like what the signings he's made, the players he's let go. He's been let down by the board in terms of bringing more players in. The football is half decent, but there you go. I bet Jesse earns more than the whole of Astana. Quite possibly. Phone-ins. The Sam Sharkey says the phone-in tonight is at 7 p.m. The phone-in is coming up. So 7 p.m. to 7:45. You'll be able to join the phone-in. I think Andy Tate and Joe are on it today. So make sure you're checking that phone-in out. We're never going to win anything with Solskjaer, so what's the fans' obsession? I wouldn't expect us to win anything with any manager at this moment in time with the team that we currently have. Do you think we should sell Jesse Lingard and Luke Shaw? Sell them? Probably not. I don't think there should be more than squad players, to be totally honest with you. Jay Lucas with another super chat says, why the hate on Luke Shaw? He's just got back. I'm not sure if I don't hate him. I think I'm just pointing out that Brandon Williams is probably ahead of him in the pecking order at the moment. Unless you're referring to someone that was in the comments, then obviously they might have been hating. Ole is not out of his depth, just getting better players, says Cijo James. Turgi says, good run out in horrible conditions. It shouldn't be underestimated, playing on artificial grass in the freezing cold on the other side of the world. Also emotionally, mentally, physically, it would have been a big change for those younger players as well. Get hitting that like button on this video, guys. Make sure you're hitting the like button right about now. We have got 124 likes, so thank you for that. But can we hit 200 plus? Get hitting the like button right about now. There will be some fan reactions, Musab, coming from Kazakhstan, so keep it locked for them. We should get them up later on tonight. I've been told the internet's quite crap out there, so just bear with us on those. We'll also have some fan reaction coming from Manchester, and we've also got the fan phoning coming at 7 p.m. where you guys could get involved by calling the phone number. So make sure you're keeping it locked for that, which is up not long after me. I am going to get out of here now. My man of the match today was Ethan Laird of Manchester United. Good to see Jesse Lingard getting a goal, and it was good to see a lot of these youngsters given the opportunity. I just wish they really went for it and took their chances, because there were goals for us today, and they'll be really frustrated with the fact that we let the game slip in a matter of 10 minutes. But nevertheless, it was a good experience, I'm sure, for a lot of them, and there's a lot of proud people out there tonight. So well done to those guys, despite the fact it was disappointing. Well done to Ethan Laird, who was my man of the match, and of course well done to you guys for tuning in to Full Time Devils. Make sure you're keeping it like, commenting and sharing. Also, head over to youtube.com/Adam Mckola. Right now, if you're watching this, even if you're not watching this live, but if you're watching this live, I'm going live on Adam Mckola TV as well, where I'll be giving you my player ratings, and we'll be having more of a chat. That siren is to announce that my live stream is going live in about 2 to 3 to 4 minutes. So make sure you're heading over to youtube.com/Adam Mckola. We'll be back very soon. Thank you for your super chats. Thank you for keeping me company. And for now, I have been Adam Mckola. I'm out of here.